everyone, welcome back to Ormsby Farm. My name is Casey. So I wanted to do this video because we are getting a lot of new followers on the social media, not necessarily here on YouTube, but on Facebook and on Instagram and on Threads. And we're meeting some wonderful people that are coming out to the farmers market to see us. And most of us just know, or most of them just know us as the bread people. And I wanted to do this video to show that we are a farm too. So besides our wonderful breads that we make, I wanted to show you what we got going on here at Ormsby Farm. So if that is the video that interests you, let's run that intro.
I'm coming home.
Alrighty, so the first kind of area that we're walking by is one of our 3 pear trees. Now we have an orchard that we'll be at in a second, but this one, sadly, it got blight this year, but the pears are still doing good, if you can see, and they're still growing. We will be selling those at the farmer's market, and it's right over here by our greenhouse. Now, our greenhouse, make sure that you are liking and subscribing because we are remodeling it this fall, and it's right here by also our dill. The dill. It smells so good, y'all. It smells so good. I actually need to harvest it because I see it's going to flower. And I want to harvest it before it goes to seed. So right behind the greenhouse is where we're going to be starting to build meat chicken and meat turkey tractors on the homestead next spring. Y'all know we started our laying flock, and we have our chickens and turkeys, which I will take you to. But we're going to start hatching and growing the meat here the spring. So walking beside that is this camper. This is actually what I stayed in when I first moved here, when my house was being remodeled. I also stayed in it over at Mom's house in Atlanta after I had moved, before I moved out here full time. So I'm always going to leave a playlist up here. You can kind of catch up and watch back the videos. I was doing that today before I shot the video. It's so cool to see the older ones and see how everything's done. But yes, so this area right here, which is behind the greenhouse, was going to be Mom's homestead area. She was planning on putting her tiny house and building her little patch of land here. But because of snakes, she was like, yeah, nah, homie, I'm not staying out here. So it's a good area now for me to build tractors. I want to say it's probably, once this area right over here is kind of cleared, which I haven't done that yet, but it's probably 50 wide by a lot long. So I'll be able to pull them and move them each kind of day when we have the meat turkeys and meat chickens. So that's kind of like the first stop. Now there is a fence. I'll probably in the fall take you this way, but that's more of our property back there. Back there, it is very disheveled. When we bought the property, the previous owners left a lot of stuff back there, including probably about 300 tires, a lot of fallen trees, metal broken pieces. So that is going to slowly be cleaned up. We're trying to get this front part done first. So now from where our... Alrighty, take 2. We had to get the mower going. Mom is going to mow the, what we call the pet area, which we'll go to later. But we're walking from where I'm going to be doing my meat birds all the way over to our chicken and turkey coop. That will be the first kind of spot that I show y'all. They are doing so good. They're getting so big. And yes, I have still procrastinated and not put the gate on. So they haven't been out in their run yet, but they have been throughout the entire, I think we figured out it was like 30 by 50 coop. So you saw in another video, we put up the fencing. I have some orange, like fire looking solar lights that have done pretty well at deterring certain predators. I mean, we check every day for any type of break-in or try of break-in of predators, and we haven't seen them. So knock on some wood. But going in, hi everybody, we're shooting a YouTube video. So we have our chickens on one side. They've gotten so big, y'all. I was thinking today, I don't know if you can see, some of them are up there too. I'll have to leave a picture or video right here of when they were just babies, because them's was little. And now they're big. They're about, I want to say 10 or 11 weeks now. And the chickens are on their kind of area. I have a dust bath when they come through the middle. And then on the other side, the turkeys want to be on camera. The turkeys are over here. And they just dust bath away. I will show you their little babiness right here. Because them's was little and now they're big. They're so big. I feel like my babies is grown. But yes, all right, everybody say hello to YouTube. But yes, this is our coop. It was on the property when we bought it. I've separated them out, but they will be running out in the run together, possibly. Our main rooster, JW, the gold one, where is he? Right there. And the turkey, Toms, we have two. They're not homies. So, but walking back out, ooh, it's so bright and hot here, y'all. But yeah, so this is the coop and the chicken area. These will be our laying hens. Now we won't be keeping all of the boys, but we have good homes that they're probably going to go to. And then our meat starting process will start probably March-ish of next year. And the chicken coop is right beside our garden. Our garden has done wonderful this year, especially about in a couple days, I'm going to be pulling them up and putting in our winter squashes. It's July right now, so I'm going to be pulling the zucchini, the squash, the green beans, the edamame, the cucumbers, because all of those are just dead. And putting in butternut, spaghetti, broccoli, and Brussels. But yes, we had to buy another freezer, a fourth freezer, because it was doing so well. And right beside that is our corn patch as well. We've harvested the peaches and cream. It's wonderful. It's delicious. This was our first year doing it. Now we did learn that we shouldn't have planted the popcorn and the peaches and cream together because it may change the colors, but I can still use them as popcorn. Right across from the corn is this area right here, which has not been done. We did do kind of like a poll voting, and y'all voted that you wanted to see it turn into a pig pen. So the front L shaped, which is like a maze in there, and I'll take you in there during the fall, but the front L will be for another tom and hens, because we're really wanting to get into turkey meat and selling the turkey meat at local farmers markets around the holiday season. And then the back big part, very back behind this area, will be for a boar and sow, and we'll have a breeding pair that are in there together. We may separate it where the boar is not always with the sow. Don't know yet. That's so far into the future. I don't even know, but I do want to do one thing. Just saying. So now I'm gonna walk you through and the garden, and we're gonna go out to the orchard. And y'all, this is gonna be a longer video, so thank you for hanging with us. And I'm hoping that you are pressing that subscribe button and also sharing it on your social medias to like-minded people. We meet so many people at market that are just moving from bigger cities into a smaller town and love the homesteading lifestyle. So share these videos, and I'd love to share the knowledge that we have gained over the past 2 years living here with like-minded people. So we really appreciate it, and it does help our channel to grow. So now we're in the orchard. These are our overgrown muscadine grapevines. They're going to be pruned this year. One of our friends from the farmers market, who actually helped me till and get the pumpkin patch ready, he's amazing, is going to come and kind of help me get all of my fruit trees together, because the peaches did not do good a second year in the row, so they're going. Now This one also got a little bit of blight. This is another one of the pear trees. I don't know if you can see from the pears right here. My friend, his name is Jeremiah, said that he probably thinks that a lot of the diseases happen because they have not been pruned regularly, and they're more susceptible to diseases when you don't take care of them and don't prune. So he's going to kind of teach us how to do that so I can do it every year properly. We have 2 of the plum trees. Now, our first year, the plum trees didn't do anything. And I thought, okay, well, they's about to go because they can't stay if they not doing nothing. And then, of course, they showed up and showed out this year, especially this one that's right in front of me. Now, these are all going to be pruned so they won't look as clustered together, but they're still pretty clustered. I don't know if I'm going to cut one of the plums down to kind of open it up. I don't know, but I do know there are 2 small. There's a plum there and 2 little smaller plums right there that were planted later before we bought it. Those are coming down because it's just going to be too clustered in this area. I'm walking through the orchard by our well house. This is our well house, and it's right here by the 2 blueberry bushes that we got. We don't have many yet, and they're still relatively young. So they produce a little bit this year. All of these, like, I don't know what they are, trees is coming down this fall because I want more berries. I want my orchard to be more self-sustainable so we can have the fruit and stuff that we need here on the homestead. This is kind of the back area, y'all. It looks a mess. It needs to be cleared and mowed. So, okay, story time is I mowed in this area the very first probably summer that I was on here about a year ago. And I guess there was barbed wire coming out of the ground and it ripped up our mower's tires. And so we were out of commission until we got new tires. So can't do that again. So I'm trying to like figure out what's out there before we start bringing like a tractor or mowers out here. But this right here was the watermelon patch. It did horribly. So I'm going to be doing raised bed gardens next year for strawberries, blackberries, that kind of stuff. And maybe 1 or 2 watermelon plants. We're not going to sell them, so we don't need 4 billion. Just saying. All right, we're walking by 1 of 3 fig trees. They are looking great. You can see there's already some starting. We love figs. I love to bake and wrap. I love to do fair and pig jam, and I love to make fig preserve, which I stuff cookies and stuff with. Ooh, sorry, y'all are all up in my face. I'm trying to walk out the gate. So there's our 2nd of 3 of the fig trees. And our wonderful neighbors gave us some clippings. I don't know if you can see it right there. There it is. That's doing pretty well, so I may have a 4th one soon enough. But over here, there's the pet yard with Mom. I'll leave the video up here when we put that fencing up. 3rd fig tree. Now we're going into the pumpkin patch and what I'm calling Camp Ormsby, which is a 501c3 that we are working on for underprivileged foster children. So here we go. Now last year I did a couple pumpkin plants here, and because I did not till, they did not do very good. So this year, we went all out. And on another video, and you can always check out our Pumpkin Patch 2023 playlist. I'll show you how all of our pumpkin patch is doing, but I am in another video going to need to come out here and transplant a couple of them to one side, because one side, a lot of the seeds germinated. They did wonderfully, and they're looking so good as I'm walking out here. Like, I hate to even move them. Well, there's some of them are still kind of small. But transplant them to this side, because we are hosting a pumpkin palooza early November for the farmers market folks, to where they can come out, and this will be completely covered with pumpkin leaves and vines and pumpkins. And this is the area behind me that we'll set up vendors that gravel will be leveled out over there, so we'll have food trucks. But yeah, this is our pumpkin patch. It's doing really, really good. It gets watered a lot, and it gets fertilized once a week with what we're calling, it's called pumpkin juice. And it is a, I think it's 11.85 for those who know fertilizing talk. But it's done really well for them. So, pumpkin patch area, whoop, whoop. So let me go ahead and I'm going to snap my fingers and we're gonna be on the front porch and we're gonna wrap this video up. Alrighty y'all, thank you so much for joining me on this video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you are liking and subscribing. And go ahead and hit that bell icon. Oof, stuff's in my mouth. Probably a bug. Hit that bell icon so you know that anytime that new content drops to the channel. Go ahead and follow us on social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, now on Threads, all at Ormsby Farm. And until next video, thanks for stopping by Ormsby Farm. Y'all be blessed. We'll see you on the next video. Bye, y'all. Bye. Bye.
I'm coming home.